Hi, thank you so much for joining me. This is Judy in the kitchen. I will be showing you tonight how to cook eggplant parmesan bake. If you're not too fond of eating pasta all the time and you really still want something that tastes great, come on, join me in the kitchen today. Thank you. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is add a little olive oil to my pan, just so that my ground turkey does not stick to my pan. So that's what I'm doing here now. I added the olive oil. Now I'm going to add my ground turkey. No, actually what I'm going to do is saute my onions. These are my onions. I'm going to saute my onions. Those in there. And then I'm also going to saute my mushrooms along with the onions. This is going to be the meat part of the eggplant bake. These are my peppers. I'm going to saute all three of these things together, the vegetables together. Smelling good already, actually. I'm going to let these saute. I wish you could smell it. It smells good already. And then I'm going to season these too, so that every layer of your bake is seasoned. I'm going to season this too with a little bit of the everyday seasoning. Just add that right to the pan as it cooks. And actually you have to be liberal with this. You have to add enough because you want your vegetables to also be seasoned. It's a little peppery, so yes. Okay, so I'm going to just blend all this back together again with the seasoning. It is smelling so good up in here. Yes. You're going to really have to try this eggplant parmesan bake. It's really, really, really delicious. You just have to make sure each layer that you're cooking, that each layer is seasoned, because if not, then it tastes like nothing. Is that a word? Is that what I should say? Yes, then it ends up tasting like absolutely nothing. So make sure you season each layer of what you're cooking. So I'm going to add to this, I have some garlic powder. I'm going to add that in. Get all of that in there. And my garlic, my minced garlic, going to add that in also. Just cook all this together. And just let this cook. Yes, until your onions are clear, actually, pretty much, and your mushrooms are done. So just cook all that together for, what does it take, maybe a minute? And this dish really doesn't take that long to cook. If you're looking for something quick after you come from work, it doesn't take long to cook this meal at all. And actually what you can do is prepare this part ahead of time. You can prepare the meat part one day and then assemble it all together the next day, so that it doesn't seem like, you know, it takes such a long time to make this meal, because it really doesn't. This is just really the first part of this dish. Okay, so I'm letting this cook down, and then I'm going to add my turkey meat. I'm going to add this in so it can cook along with it. And then I'm going to season my meat too with the everyday seasoning. Just give that a little seasoning also, because you want it to taste like something, actually. You don't want bland tasting food. I don't. I like my healthy food to taste good also. I like healthy foods that taste delicious. That's why I'm trying to show you how to do it. Then I am going to add all of this together. And then the rest of my ingredients I'm just going to put in here too. I have some egg whites. All of this needs to cook together. And make sure you pour this right on top of the meat so that the eggs doesn't start to cook. I'm going to add all of this together. Just let this cook. Yes, that looks delicious. I hope you can see it. It all comes together very nicely. And the turkey meat doesn't take long to cook at all. Then I'm going to add, I have some Sriracha sauce here just to give it a little kick. Yes, nothing like a kick, yo, nothing like a kick. I'm going to add that for a little kick there. And I have some Wheaties. Instead of breadcrumbs, I like to use Wheaties. So I'm just going to put a few of those in there. And just stir all this back together again. Let all of this cook together. Delicious, like my little 3-year-old granddaughter. Delicious. It looks delicious. Delectable. That's my new word, guys. I told y'all I like to make up words. That's one of them. I'm going to turn this up a little so that it can continue to cook on like medium high until it's all done. And then this will be the first part of your Parmesan bake. So I'm going to add this to the rest of the recipe, but you have to cook your turkey meat first. This is what I'm showing you now, how to prepare the turkey meat for your eggplant bake. So let me turn that to the max. Ew, what is that? So be careful with not seasoning your layers, okay? So, and actually, and what I may even do is put a little more seasoning on this layer, just a little, because I've already seasoned it actually. And then I'm going to, I have spinach here. I love spinach, so I'm going to put a layer of spinach on it. And you can kind of layer this with your stuff any way you like. That is spinach. So here I am again with a little seasoning on it. And this is the meat that I've already prepared. I showed you how to prepare the meat. It's ground turkey. So I'm going to put a layer of the ground turkey here next. This bake is really, really delicious. If you season it right, it can be really, really good. Okay, so that's my seasoning of my turkey meat. Then I'm going to do the same thing again, because I'm actually going to leave the cheese just for the top, because I don't really like a whole lot of cheese. And it's low-fat organic cheese, but still I'm kind of careful about how much cheese I consume, because this is healthy cooking and I just don't like a whole lot of cheese. So here's another layer of the eggplant. I'm just going to keep layering it, and I cut them really thin because I like my eggplant thin, because to me it tastes a little tough when you make it too thick. So make sure you make your eggplant as thin as you can possibly get it. I'm going to put more eggplant on this layer. I should have actually done that on the other one, because once you slice it, you want eggplant in every slice. And the only way you really get that is to put a lot of eggplant, okay? So now I'm going to do spinach again. And like I said before, you can layer this any way you like. You can, but just make sure you put the sauce at the bottom, because that's very important, because you don't want your bake to stick to your pan. That's a little more seasoning. And here's my meat, my turkey. Doesn't this look delicious, guys? I mean, I love it. You have to try it. You gotta try it. Your family will love it. You will actually like it too. And it makes a whole lot of, I am really meal prepping for the week. I'm going to eat off of this for at least 5 days, because it will definitely last me that long. What did I put next? Oh, let's do the sauce again. Forgot what I was doing. But you know what? It really doesn't matter, as long as you just get everything in here. It will all bake together. It's almost like a macaroni and cheese. So it'll all bake together. And this really might be my last layer, I'm thinking. Let's pour that right in there. Make this a little easier. Put the sauce on here. And if you notice, it doesn't really take that long to assemble. Once you, I'm gonna use this. Once you get all this together, it doesn't really take that long to put it together. You can make your meat in advance. I would suggest that actually. Make your meat in advance so that once you have to assemble this, it won't take you so long to make your meal. Because a lot of times when you're coming straight from work, you don't want to cook for an hour. I know I don't. I like to just have my food ready to go. And see how much eggplant I have left. So it makes a lot. So I'm going to put some cheese on the top, because I only like the cheese on the top. But you can actually, if you like, put cheese on the layers too. And I'm going to put the recipe down in the description box. I already put the ingredients in the beginning, so you will know exactly what to get. And I usually shop at Trader Joe's, so most of these ingredients have come from Trader Joe's. So if you'd like to get this exact ingredients, or you can use a different kind of cheese, or you can use a different kind of spinach, you can use whatever you like. That's what you need to do when you're cooking. Just make sure you're liking what you're cooking, the ingredients, because a good recipe starts with good ingredients. If you don't like your ingredients, you're not gonna like the end results. Then I am going to just slap a couple, 2 or 3 tomatoes on it. Just kind of make it look cute, you know, because when you first thing you eat with is your eyes. I do. If something doesn't look good, I don't want to eat it, you know. So even with it tasting good, you want it to look good. See how pretty that looks? I think it looks really nice. And I'm going to show you after it's cooked what it looks like. I am going to put a little more seasoning on the top. I don't like my food bland. I like it to have a little taste to it. Even though it's healthy, I like it to taste good. That's what I'm trying to teach you. Subscribe, thumbs up, and share this video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.